You arrive 2 hours early at the airport. You made sure everything is good, like a pro. Then the problems start. Your luggage is in overweight. Your power bank gets flagged. Your laptop suddenly doesn't turn on. Yet, you still have your shoes on. And just like that, you end up paying expensive fees, or straight up get denied. But you got through. You already feel a headache creeping in as you walk, trying to find a place to rest. And before you realize it, you're surrounded with shops. And this smell that remembers you, your stomach is empty. Airports are not your friends. They will try to squeeze every dollar they can. So, in this video, I'll expose 10 tricks airlines don't want you to know, used by frequent flyers to save time, money, and avoid unnecessary stress. Let's get started. Trick 1. Use hotel shuttles. We all went through this, booking a $20 taxi because you think it's the only way out of the airport. Well, it isn't. Hotel shuttles are a thing, but you probably think they're also expensive and don't actually take you where you want to go. They aren't. They're even free, but you'll probably ask me, why would I take a shuttle that doesn't get me where I want to go? The thing is, once you arrive at the hotel, the airport pickup fee is magically gone. Taxis are back to normal prices. No more $20 taxis. Traffic, pickup zone confusion, and having to drag your luggage through dozens parking levels. Makes your life easier and saves you money. A true game-changing trick that's worth the time. Trick 2. Don't get caught into the airport's manipulative design. Haven't you noticed when you get past security, everything feels so much more fancier? You suddenly end up walking between stores because that's the only way. The mood becomes welcoming and relaxing. The lights brighter around duty-free stores, dimmer and cozy around food stores, and a sudden soothing, lingering vanilla scent filling your nostrils as you walk through a bakery. It isn't a coincidence. They want to slow you down so you can take a moment to finally release all the pressure and look around. And in that mode, you're the most prone to impulse spending for some juicy deals. Eventually, you buy something, and without realizing, you've already spent too much on snacks and those in-case shirts you forgot about. As I said earlier, airports will do anything to squeeze any dollar they can. So before you buy anything, just stop for a second and ask yourself, do I really need it? And you'll end up saving a lot more money than you thought you could. Trick 3. Don't go right at the security line. When most travelers walk into the security area, what does their mind tells them to do? Drift right. The overwhelming queues tend to shut people's heads. And where do they end up going? With the crowd, which also went right. But it's instinct, especially in the US, where more than 85% of the population are right-handed. So, they end up forming long queues. But if you stop and look around for a second, you'll notice that left lines are almost always empty and a better choice most of the time. And in just 5 to 10 minutes, you'll avoid the grumpy, hasty people and be sipping your latte at the gate. And the guy that was in front of you, he hasn't even taken off his shoes yet. Make it your habit. Always look before taking a hasty decision and ending up having a bad experience. Doesn't cost a thing, no app, just a smart move that saves you time and stress. Trick 4. Don't write your home address on your luggage tag. You probably still think putting your home address on your luggage tag is a good move in 2025. Well, if you do, you're just asking for trouble. Haven't you ever thought that putting your home address on your luggage tag is basically an invitation for anyone to burglarize your house? They just know you're out of town. All it takes is a single glance. Or worse, if your luggage is lost. Who knows how many people have seen it? So what should you write instead? Your name, phone number, and eventually an email address if you're confident about your password. just enough for someone to contact you without giving away too much of your information. Because the last thing you want to hear is to become the main topic of your neighborhood, and not for good reasons. Trick 5. Use AirTags instead of relying on the airlines. I know that already happened to one of you, walking to the baggage carousel, silently waiting as you watch all the luggages go by, but not yours. Slowly, you start realizing and ask yourself, did they lose it? Did it miss the connection? The truth? Airlines lose millions of bags every year. Their tracking systems? They're completely outdated, probably stuck in the late 2000s. So, you should genuinely stop relying on the airlines to retrieve your bag, but instead take matters in your hands. You know what seasoned travelers do? They buy an Apple AirTag or Samsung Smart Tag. From that moment, they'll know exactly where it is, no longer guessing games, losing hope, and having to completely rely on airlines. Don't have to walk to fill out some lost bag form while crossing your fingers. Just showing the location, and they'll get it rerouted. Instead of hoping, you'll even be the one to guide them to your luggage. For just $30, you'll avoid the stress and frustration of having to wait and hope for your luggage to be retrieved. Trick 6. Use valerian before long flights. The kid behind you keeps kicking your back seat, the lights being almost blinding, the engine's loud hum, and that neck pillow you brought just seems to add to the frustration rather than helping. It's outdated. There are new ways to find sleep now. Valerian root. And mind you, you don't even need some prescription. It's safe to use and has been used for centuries to relax the nervous system. You can either grab some as a tea or at most drugstores. It doesn't work instantly, but it calms the brain and alleviates anxiety by the time you reach your seat. Some will pair it with ASMR, the thing that people either love or hate. From those soft hums and whispers to some satisfying rain sounds, everything is viable. Or prepare your best playlist, all with noise-canceling headphones. Also, don't forget to prepare your blackout sleep mask to prevent light from ruining the moment. All you have to do to make this dreamlike scenario happen is to either pop a valerian capsule or enjoy a valerian tea about 30 minutes to an hour before your flight. You'll already be in the vibe by the time you get in the cabin. Then, once you take your seat and set everything up, it feels like a first-class flight. You quickly start to relax. The surrounding noises fade, and before you realize it, your body is completely relaxed and eyelids heavy. Your brain ready to turn off. Once you land, no grogginess in sight. Just the best version of yourself being ready to enjoy the city. Trick 7. Book early flights. What if I told you early flights are actually better than you think? I know what you'd probably be thinking. It's going to mess up my sleep schedule. Or, I'm going to be completely fried. Well, what if I told you booking early flights means you'd get cheaper fares, and you're less likely to get your flight delayed, because they're the first ones to leave. So there's no domino effect, where one delayed flight delays everything next. One departure at 7 a.m. is enough to delay a 6 p.m. flight, and the effect's worse on bigger airports. The early flight? It's sitting on the tarmac, all cleaned and fueled up from the day before, ready to take off. No nasty crumbs, dirty toilets, or that one lingering unpleasant odor. At that, you can add the fact that the traffic is fairly empty, security lines shorter than ever, and the airport quieter, which makes the experience more exclusive. Trick 8. Know when to travel. If I ask you, what is the cheapest month to travel? You'd probably say February, or maybe March. Well, we're right. But for the contrary, because they are, in fact, one of the most expensive months to travel. August is the cheapest. You heard me right. It's right in the middle of summer and the cool vibes, and it just feels like it's a peak travel season, but it simply isn't. August indeed is the cheapest month to fly, up to 12% less compared to the likes of March. Don't let looks deceive you. What seems like a costly month actually is one of the friendliest for your wallet. And for the perfect combo, start paying more attention on Tuesday flight tickets. Airlines often release sales the night of Monday, and so their competitors adjust their prices to stay in the race. But if you miss the wave, don't worry. Wednesday's a close runner-up. It's not a guaranteed magic trick, but it is a real deal that'll save you money. And to get the most of it, smart travelers use tools like Google Flights to keep an eye on the fluctuating prices. Since it's summer, holidays, school breaks, or big events could bring chaos to the prices, but they'll be here to snatch the best deals. You can take advantage of these two to get better seats. Trick 9. Lost baggage auctions. I think you've already figured it out, but when items get denied or luggage gets lost, they don't sit in some secret room forever. But where do they actually go? After a month or so, all the items that got flagged gets boxed up and listed for auction on a government website, and anyone can buy it. You might even see one of your belongings for sale. As for luggages, if no one claims them after a couple weeks, they're just selling everything to dedicated stores. After those stores buy all the bags, they open, clean everything inside, and resell all the items they find inside. Electronics, clothes, jewelry, basically like a proper store. You'll find anything there, and the price? It's just ridiculously low. If you think about it someday, definitely go for a walk there. You'll maybe find some jewelry if you're lucky. Trick 10. Clean your luggage wheels. You wash yourself, your hands or house, but you let your luggage wheels hit your bed. Probably the dirtiest thing with your shoes you have, yet one stays at the entrance, and the other one rides all the way through your house to end up on your bed. That's straight up asking for trouble here. They rolled through the whole greasy and hardly cleaned airport hard ground that millions of people also walked on, and they maybe walked on some mystery liquid. Your luggage wheel went through all of this, and probably rolled on that one stagnant water puddle from the 12th floor, then dried up to stick up even more bacteria. The best is to at least clean the wheels after each flight. Or if you want to put it on your bed, just clean the whole thing, which takes a couple minutes, but it'll save you from diseases. That's it, from that shuttle trick and valerian route to why you should clean your luggage wheels. Those tricks adds up to a long list of the things that makes your flight better. If you found anything useful, consider dropping a like and sharing it to your family or friends. If you got some funny anecdotes, leave them in the comments. I'd like to read them. Wish you a great flight.